What's up, Copy Squad? I'm coming at you live again today. So, the reason for this super impromptu live feed out of nowhere is I got a question earlier during my last live, and the question was, have you used these 4 things to write a fear-based promo? A fear-based promo is usually like some impending doom is on its way. You need to take this action to keep yourself safe, right? Those types of financial copywriting promos work really well in a bear market. Right now we're in a bull market. Things are going well. Well, it's kind of getting rocky now, right? That's probably why he asked. But in a bear market, those things work well. And the question was, have you used the 4 pillars? And I keep talking about the 4 pillars, right? Something has to be new, safe, easy, and big, right? If you want to sell copy, you just need those 4 things. That's what I keep saying. It's like my message right now. I'm hammering it. I'm actually writing a book on it. If you want to get updated about the book, it's not done yet. It's you can go to kylethewriter.com/swipe, and there's an email list there, and you can join that. And you also get access to my swipe file. Okay, so the question was, can you use these 4 things for a fear-based promo? Okay, not hyping up a big opportunity, not hyping up like a super cool system. Basically, it's like almost like the promo is anti-benefits. It's like avoid the loss. That's like the whole message. Like, it's not like, wow, look at all this money you can make. It's like, oh my God, doom is upon us. This is what you must do now. And I got caught off guard with that. I wasn't ready for that question in the moment. I was kind of on a rampage. I was like rattling off, ranting some stuff. And it stuck with me. It's like, man, I could have done a better job answering that question. I want to answer that question now. You can do anything with these 4 things. You can convince anybody of anything with these 4 things, okay? For a fear-based promo, the example I used was the historical, super popular, famous financial copywriting sales letter, End of America, right? And End of America is a prediction promo, okay? There's basically 2 types of promos. There's a system, where I'm selling you a step-by-step system to follow, it'll make you rich, or there's a prediction. And in the context of a prediction, I have been talking a ton about hey, this awesome thing's coming, get in front of it, catch a lot of cash, right? It works the same in reverse with a bad prediction. You have to stress the exact same elements. So when you're doing a prediction, there's really the easy aspect, right? It's new. Okay, wait. New, safe, easy, and big. All right, easy becomes a lot more difficult until you get to the offer section of your copy. How do I prove a big prediction is easy? Other than all you got to do is get into this secret I'm going to share with you, right? It's the closest thing I can do to say it's easy and anybody can do it. Or I can limit that. You don't need a lot of money to save yourself. You don't have to already be rich to save yourself. So that's just coming off the top of my head right now. But generally with a prediction promo, something like a fear-based promo, you can still use these 4 things. I just rattled off the easy ones, but the main ones are going to be big and safe, okay? Now, how do I say a giant impending disaster is safe? What safe really implies is that what I'm telling you is insured. Okay, so what I say about the 4 things is each has an alter ego, right? These amplify. So for new, it's only. If I can say it's a brand new thing, you can only get it through me, it becomes amplified. That exclusion makes new better, okay? It's a new thing that I own the patent to, or I have rights to, or something like that. The second one is safety. It has to be, I kind of want to go back to the new and only. Really quick, new and only. Only. Another thing you can say is, I'm the only one who has access to this solution for you. So you can use that in a fear-based promo and say, I'm the only one who can help you save your money. I'm the only person who knows how to do this because I've got the secret connections. I've got the know-how. I've done this before. I'm 100 years old. I've been through a bunch of terrible times, and I know what to do, right? So that's the only. You can only get it from me. I'm the authority. 2, safety. The alter ego for safety is predictability, okay? And that's where you will have the power in a fear-based promo. If you look at the End of America promo, it's 60 pages of, I can't remember, I read it a long time ago. It was one of the first things I read. But I can basically remember that they set up a story, right? They tell you stories about these downfalls, right? They're setting the stage. They're creating the pattern in your mind. This sort of thing happened back in the day, and now here's a couple things that are happening today. And what you'll see is like, oh wow, that's very similar to this. So what they're doing, because you cannot prove a prediction, you cannot prove that this will happen because it's predicting the future, right? But what you can prove is it fits a mold, it fits a pattern, it fits some sort of repetitious event cycle that every time this happens, that happens. So if you need to do that using the 4 things in a fear-based promo, you go to the safety one and you take on its alter ego predictability and you demonstrate that pattern in as many different contexts as humanly possible. Hammer it like it's happened in the stock market. It happened at Chuck E. Cheese with my kids, and then it happened with something like that. I don't have kids. Last time I went to Chuck E. Cheese like 10 zillion years ago. But I mean, like, if I can demonstrate the pattern of, like, okay, the market's irrational, right? It's just like when this happens in the market and that explodes and everybody loses all their money. Well, the same thing with a kid. You take a lollipop away and it explodes and it starts crying or something like that. It's just a reframe. It's 3-dimensionalizing. Basically, you just want to set a... That's a horrible example. I came on live to give you a better answer, and now it's like even worse. But you understand, you must create the pattern. You must find as many examples that redemonstrate and redemonstrate and redemonstrate that pattern, and then you tie it to today's horrible fear-based opportunity, right? Like, oh no, it's happening again. Except this time, it's a bajillion times worse. Run for the hills. Get into these safe assets, or get into my program, or get into my training, my coaching. Get into gold. Get into something like that. That's where your pitch lies, okay? So we've only had to cover 2 things. New and only. I'm the only guy that can help you get into this. I got the authority and expertise. Now, it's predictable because I've seen it happen on 7 different areas of my life. I've seen it happen 10 times in the market before, and I've always been right about every one of those. So it's predictable, right? The next one, easy in anybody. Like I said, that one's more difficult unless I can tell you things that are not roadblocks. I can tell you things that are not hurdles for you to succeed. I can say, yes, this is horrible. All this stuff's happening. I'm predicting it because I'm an authority and we've seen it happen before. But don't worry. If you don't have connections, you're fine. If you don't have $10 million, you don't need it. If you're not a financial whiz, don't worry about it. Anybody can save themselves now. Boom. Just did it with the easy. The last one is as big. Well, big is just, it's like inherent in the prediction. Like, holy shit, you're going to lose all your money. That's big, right? Fast. So fast is Big's alter ego, right? So big is Clark Kent, fast is Superman. So if it's urgent, like okay, the big thing's coming, you're going to lose all your money, the financial system's going to collapse. It's going to happen tomorrow. We're all going to lose all our money tomorrow unless you take action today. Do it right now. Holy crap, hurry, hurry, hurry. So what you've seen is the 4 things, which I'm writing a book about. You can go to kylethewriter.com/swipe and type in the comments, I want the book, or something like that. So to let me know, man. I actually do want to see what kind of response I'm going to get for this book and what I can anticipate from the sales. But I've actually learned this through thousands and thousands of hours of translating thousands and thousands and thousands of pages of copy, and learning that these patterns are ubiquitous, man. Like, I can convey anything I need to using these principles. I can, and it's in the message. The important part is I convey it, right? I don't say it. I communicate it. It's not what you say, it's what you communicate. It's how my words resonate. It doesn't matter what words I choose. Like, if right now I drop the F-bomb, the entire tone of this video could shift in an instant because I will have communicated something aggressive, right? And it's if I say it with a smile on my face and I'm laughing, then it's not as aggressive, right? It's not what I say, it's what I communicate. Because Gary Vaynerchuk drops F-bombs all day and no one thinks he's, like, yelling at them. So, again, it's the same thing in copywriting, but you don't have vocal tone. You don't have body language. You can only communicate using the words. And you have to learn how to manipulate the words in a specific order to communicate exactly what you want. But before you got to do that, it's like a roadmap, right? How can you get where you're going if you don't know where you're heading? I have the translation written out in this book for you. You know exactly what you need to say, and then you just create the words that say that emotion. and it'll always resonate, it'll always work, and you'll make a ton of money. And then you can write me a thank you card and send it from your beach house in Hawaii with the postcard, and I'll be like, oh, I helped do that, that's awesome, I'm the man. And then it'll give me all sorts of joys and giggles and ego boost. Alright, cool. Now I'm rambling again. I always do this at the end of the thing. I'm going to try to cut this one off now. I've answered the question. If you got any questions about my answer to the question, drop them in the comments. If you're watching this live, unlive, YouTube, please smash like, throw the heart on there on Facebook. Let me know you're enjoying this. Let me know that this content's actually helping you develop as a copywriter. And let me know if you want the book. Sign up at copywriter.com/swipe. Someone write it in the comments. Alright, thanks guys. Peace out. That's it for this bonus video, Copy Squad.